What is up, Fights and Fragz podcast listeners? How's it going? It's me, your host, PTB Tega. How's it been going? Been a good long week. We are coming off of the UFC Fight Night Louisville. Not too far away from me. Didn't get to go. For one, definitely wouldn't have been able to afford it. And got seats where I would have enjoyed the fights. I don't know, maybe just been in the vibe of the crowd. But my son's birthday party also was on that day. So I did not go. I did watch some of the fights. Look, man, it was a good fight card. It was an okay fight card. I'm not going to say it was a good fight card. When I seen it build, I was not, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whenever I seen they posted it, and they announced all the fighters, I was like, whatever, at least we get a Raul Rosas Jr. fight. And boy, did he show out. He won by submission, and what a great fight, really. He came out, and he showed he could stand in there and strike with this guy. He tried to give the guy the glove touch, and the guy was not having the glove touch and tried to come out extra aggressive, and Raul Rosas Jr. just put the hurting on him. The guy at first was about to put Raul out by a rear naked choke, I believe, or was it a guillotine? I'm pretty sure it was rear naked. But Raul had his chin tucked, so the guy couldn't get underneath Raul's neck. Like I said, Raul ended up getting the submission. So shout out to him for getting that submission. It was a good fight. If I had I'll definitely put that on his highlight reel because it looked good for him. There was nothing that he did in that fight to me look bad. His announcement at the end was it was, what can you call it? People are going to see it. People are going to whatever, they like the kid. He's a likable kid. As long as he doesn't do a Paddy Pimblett and say something weird, then he will be okay, I suppose, because he's a likable kid. Nobody's really said anything hateful to him. I think he's 19 years old. Yeah, kid's just got crazy talent, really young, an incredible future. What I'm hoping is he doesn't get to the top of the division and become a gatekeeper. I'm hoping man. I'm hoping he just wins the fight, dude. I'm hoping he wins his fights. I hope he gets a title, but I hope he is dominant. I hope he becomes like Sean O'Malley is the word I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. I hope he becomes like a Sean O'Malley. Then you had the Jared Cannonier fight, which, I haven't got to watch it myself, I'm going to be completely honest with you, but I've seen many of people's opinion over it, and apparently it just ended by a stoppage in the fourth. People say that Jason Herzog stopped the fight too early. Some people are saying, though, that Cannonier, turned to his back at least twice and wasn't defending smart enough. But most of the fans I have seen did not like Jason Herzog's stoppage of that fight. Cannonier was on a 2-fight win streak, so he's probably not going to be in the top 5 anymore, I'm going to assume. But only time's going to tell. I haven't seen the rankings updated yet, so all we could do is wait and see, I suppose. What a tough fight to watch. I'm going to have to see. I'm going to have to check it out and see what everybody else is seeing, because I'm trying to read it here, but I don't really see anything that's insane. It looks like on the 15th, which is our next fight, it's another fight night. Alex Perez versus Tatsuro Terrera. Ingram Askarov versus Antonio Troshi. Timmy Kayamba versus Lucas Almeida. Douglas Silva DeAndre versus Miles Johnson. Asu Ambeloff versus Jose Johnson. Brad Histad versus Garrett Armfield. And then we're on the prelims, so we'll check it out. There's nobody on there that I can like really call out, so that's next week. It's not nothing too crazy. And then you got the 22nd, Whitaker versus Chimaev, which we'll talk about that probably next week. But UFC Louisville, what do you guys think? Was that a W? Was it an L? What would you consider UFC Louisville? What was your favorite fights from that night? There was a few stoppages. No actual knockouts, though. And I think they said it's like, I want to say 30 fights, but there's a current count going on of how many fights it's been since a knockout, since they switched to the new UFC gloves. So UFC Louisville, W or L? Let me know. Well. If you didn't know, now you know. Conor McGregor is out. From what I've seen, I couldn't remember who reported it. I read it this morning while I was doing my early morning business in the bathroom, that somebody said that he had re-injured the same shin that was broken and that the titanium or whatever shin failed. I don't know if that's factual, but what is factual is Conor is out. So the fight versus Michael Chandler is either postponed or canceled, but it is not happening at UFC 303. So shout out to everybody who bought the card thinking Conor was going to fight. You got trolled. I got trolled. We all got trolled. However, you got Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka again for the main event. That's the replacement. Now, don't get me wrong. I love seeing Alex Pereira fight. He is the man. He can get it done. He likes to stand in there and bang with you. Jiri, same thing. This is going to be an exciting fight. Is this Conor McGregor? No, it's definitely not. Canceling my fight parties. This might be one that I end up going to sleep in when I go to the gym the next morning. I watch. But Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka. Co-main's going to be Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Not a bad fight there either. Brian Ortega 16-3. Diego Lopez is 24-6. Even though Diego Lopez has got that stupid haircut, and I hope he loses because of it. I've said it the last 3 times, and he's won. Can he beat the man Brian Ortega? It's going to be a brutal, gritty fight. Those are 2 banger fights, I'm not going to lie. Once again, they don't heal the wound inside me that is Conor McGregor being hurt, but it is what it is. And then you got Anthony Smith versus Carlos Ulberg. That's an okay fight, I guess. Anthony Smith's the man. I personally, I'm not like a fan of like, when I say fan, I don't mean like boo, but I mean not really like a super fan of Anthony Smith. He's a cool guy and all though, but heck yeah, right? Who's worried about that? Nobody really. I guess maybe I'm just looking too much into it. I was looking to see if there's any other ones. Macy Chisholm versus Maya Bueno, and Marc-Andre Barut versus Joe Pfeiffer. That's pretty good, I suppose. You got Cub Swanson fighting under the preliminary. Looking to see if there's anybody else that, yeah, in the early, that's disrespectful. But maybe they're just trying to add some beef, some fat to the cards, because in the early prelims, you do got Andre Arlovsky fighting Martin Buday. Andre, man, he's been in on quite a few fights. He's 34-23. Martin Buday is 13-2. But the fight that I was looking at, you have the man Ian Gary versus Michael Venom Page. Ian Gary's undefeated 14-0 versus the newly acquired UFC fighter Michael Venom Page, who was 22-2. That's a very, very, very interesting fight. I'm excited to see that happen. Unfortunately, we have to wait just a little bit longer. As well, if you didn't know it, now you know. So, as a matter of fact, I do want to bring up that I got some more bad news. And, well, the bad news is my man Khazmat is also out. He pulled out. They say he is violently ill. This man has been struggling health battles since COVID, from my understanding. And not only that, I think he only fights like outside of the US. I think it was going to be a fight in Saudi. He pulled out of that fight. We probably won't get to see him for another 8 months. Given if he's okay, I am a little upset by both of these fights being canceled. This one's canceled for sure because they went ahead and rescheduled Robert Whittaker to fight Igram, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say this name completely wrong, Igram Alaskarov, who is 15-1, and he's fighting Robert Whittaker, who's 26-7. Now, similar style, but once again, I'm a fan of Khazmat. I am heartbroken by this, just because I know he's been struggling with health issues. It's frustrating as a fan because, man, we only get to watch this guy fight, it seems like, once a year. And I just hope he gets his health issues in order. And maybe we'll get to see him fight again. But yeah, my boy Chimaev is out. Not looking very good for a fan point of view, I suppose. But that'll be okay. As long as the fighter's okay, that'll be okay. What do you guys think about the replacement fights? Are they a W? Are they an L? I don't know. You tell me. We finally have some gaming stuff for our gaming part of the podcast. Alright, look, I took a break from gaming. The gaming had gotten pretty boring. Multiplayer games, I just haven't been able to spend as much time with them to get good, so they're not very fun when you're constantly getting pooped on because you can't develop the skills. Anyway, not really my thing, multiplayer games. Couldn't find any single player games that I haven't already played, or some that aren't like soulless. I look at a lot of games out there, Starfield being one of them, that Bethesda made it. I like Fallout. I like Elder Scrolls enough, but I really love Fallout. Starfield surely is going to be the game. I played probably about an hour, 2 hours worth of it, and it just felt really soulless, so I ended up just not picking it back up. So Xbox Showcase happened, I guess a few days ago, a week ago. Anyway, yeah, they started their showcase off with a look at the Black Ops 6, whatever, like a trailer. Because I guess they leaked their release date on the Microsoft Store. Once again, it's Call of Duty. Everybody's hype. It's Treyarch's Call of Duty. Everybody's hype. Not me. Once again, I'm out of the Call of Duty loop. I'm pretty sure I don't have any interest in this Call of Duty. I'm positive it'll be much better than the last Call of Duties that have came out. I'm positive that it'll be lots of fun. I'm just Call of Duty'd out. I did see they have the prequel Doom, The Dark Ages. That's launching on Xbox Series X and PC in 2025. That is sick. It looks fun. Love Doom. Love the game. Looking forward to a new game. That'll be sick. Then you have State of Decay 3. For all of you zombie fans, I know a lot of you zombie fans loved State of Decay games. I personally was not a fan. But I do love zombie games, but I'm more of like a zombie survival DayZ style fan. Some of you people really love those like mutant zombies. State of Decay 3 officially dropping, but no release date was given, so they just kind of gave you a trailer, and once again, probably 2025, late 2025, I assume. But, you know, once again, you got Starfield getting an expansion pack. If you're a Starfield fan, heck yeah. Not me. I'm really just going to go over the ones that I'm interested in. If you're really interested, you can look it up on Google. Just Xbox 2024 showcase list. It'll tell you it. Better yet, watch the trailers. I watched all the trailers. I'm not really into Dragon Age. They had a Dragon Age game that they were advertising. Made it look fun. I'm not a Dragon Age fan, but check out. You won't regret watching it, because maybe there's something on there that you maybe may not be into, but once you see it, maybe you'll get into it, if that makes sense. Fallout 76, they just dropped the Skyline Valley update. I have not played it yet, but apparently you're supposed to be able to play as ghouls coming in 2025. That'll be sick. Unfortunately, everybody will be playing as ghouls, because you know that's what happens. But heck yeah, man, that sounds cool. At least they're providing longer life to the game. That was the issue I had when I first started playing it. I like to pick it back up. Once again, it'll probably be about a week or so before I can play it. I'm house sitting, so I'm not around my PC to be able to play it, but pretty sick, you know. World of Warcraft has an expansion coming out. That's pretty sick. What I'm excited for, they dropped a gameplay trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. They don't have a release date, but any of you guys who know the Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, play as Naked Snake. Oh man, I can say I've never played it, but I've watched lots and lots of online footage of it, and it looks so fun. The fact that they're redoing it or making a new one, whatever you want to call it, and putting it out, I'm gonna play it. That sounds sick. I'm hype. I really hope it comes out on the Microsoft Game Pass, whatever, Xbox Game Pass, so that I don't have to just buy the game. But we'll see. You know, I don't think that I don't think that it will. Sorry, I was trying to like get my brain to get out. They have Perfect Dark. That's dropping. If you guys remember Nintendo 64, there was a game called Perfect Dark Zero. Those games were sick. I guess they're remaking the series. Once again, this is just based off of what I've seen in the trailer. I have no clue. But Perfect Dark's coming out again in today's quality. Sick. I can't wait. I'm hyped for it. But bring it on. Dude, I've been waiting for more info of this game. They gave us another trailer for Fable. I love every Fable game that's a mainstay. I'm going to say like Fable 1, 2, 3, because they have like Fable the Ride or Fable the Journey, whatever it's called. That doesn't really count in my opinion. But like Fable 1, 2, and 3, even though each one of them got progressively meh. Because Fable 3 was kind of like, I really didn't like it that much, but I played it all the way through, and I enjoyed playing it all the way through, and then I got to the end, and I was like, that was not an ending I seen coming. Yeah. They dropped a new gameplay for the new game, along with just saying that it's coming out in 2025. And if I doubt everything they used was gameplay footage, but if it was, it looks fantastic. Even the cutscenes themselves look fantastic. And if that's why it's took them so long to create this game, more power to them, because they have this game looking beautiful. Everything about it. I don't know. There's a 5v5 hero shooter coming out called Fragpunk. It looks like another cash-in, personally. But I'm excited about that one. And I think there's Mixtape coming out. I really don't know how to describe Mixtape. What I've seen from the best way I could describe it, and I don't mean it in like the same gameplay, but if you've played Bully, that's kind of what Mixtape reminded me of, is a very story-driven game that's, I don't know, it had a unique art style. I don't know, it looked beautiful. That's coming to the Game Pass in 2025. I'm definitely going to play that game. And actually, I take back what I said. It reminds me of The Walking Dead from Telltale Games. That art style, a little bit better, but similar art style. I don't know what to expect really from the game, but the trailer was fantastic. It made me interested. It could have been a movie. That's how interesting it looked. I got the Flight Simulator. That's coming on the Xbox Game Pass in November. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and play that. If anybody knows Microsoft Flight Simulator, dude, hours of fun flying all types of flight craft, whatever you want to call it. Tons of fun. I don't know why you would not play that or pick it up. It was pretty sick looking. There's a new Indiana Jones game that does not have a release date, but this is called Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They dropped a crazy trailer for this game. Once again, trailers can be misleading because this game looks fantastic. Is it going to be that great? Probably not, dude. Most games made after movies, boo-boo. Terrible. Not worth it. Hopefully it comes to the Game Pass so I don't have to buy it. But it was just a trailer. No release date. No information. So we don't know. I have no clue. Atomfall. That was another game. It's going to be a survival action game. It looked very... I kind of cut myself off. I'm trying to think of how's it... It looked very, 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 very similar to Fallout. I don't know how to explain how, but it's clearly like a Fallout-inspired game. But that's coming to the Game Pass in 2025. I really recommend watching the trailer to Atomfall. It's probably... it's worth your time, 100%, if you're into the Fallout games, and you'll see it. One of the cool games I'm actually looking forward to, a new Assassin's Creed. It's called Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm pretty sure it looked like it took place in Japan with samurais and stuff like that. And maybe not Japan, but I'm pretty sure Japan's where samurais are. But it looked very much like samurais with swords and stuff. Incredible. Looked amazing. I hope it plays amazing. Once again, it was just a trailer. It says it's coming out in November. Once again, I've played the last couple of Assassin's Creeds. I've played... I can't even remember the names of them. I'm sorry. I can't recall them right now. But I've played a couple of them. They were amazing. Kind of repetitive, but once again, amazing game. Another cool trailer you got. That's the game's coming out in September. This is just another trailer. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. If you're a fan of the Stalker series, you know this is what made DayZ, Arma, all of those open world style games, zombie mods, all of that stuff. Dude, come on now. You gotta play Stalker. Stalker's sick. We're gonna definitely get that game. Definitely gonna stream that. I'm hoping to get my stream set back up so I can get back into streaming. But a lot of great games. Some of them I didn't mention because I'm not into it. One of the few games that I'm not into, but I know there's somebody out there who loves some Gears of War, they have Gears of War E-Day. It's a prequel. It's set 14 years before the first Gear game. That's dropping. There's no release date, but they put the trailer out. It's worth watching. I'm not a Gears of War fan, but seeing it made me hyped. I'm hyped to see it. I'm hyped to, you know what, I might even play it. I'm not a Gears of War fan, so, you know, that tells you something about the game. If it's got somebody who doesn't even play it hype, then it's probably pretty darn good, isn't it? What games are you guys excited for that I may have missed? If you want to go to YouTube and leave a comment, you can. I don't think you can leave comments in Spotify, but you can check to see if you can. Let me know what kind of games you are interested in. I'm hoping that the ones I've said interest you. Atomfall looks pretty cool. I'm hoping it's not crap because I need a new Fallout style game until the new Fallout comes out. That's what I'm hype about. And I'm kind of hype about the Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear, whatever the hell it's called. Alright, y'all. You let me know. Thank you for checking out the podcast. I'm going to leave this as the outro. I'm going to go ahead and upload the podcast. Thank you for sticking with me. I know this podcast came out pretty late in the week. It's actually Saturday. There's some UFC fights tonight. It's just a fight night. I'm not really too interested in the cards. I'm going to watch them, and I might do some commentary later in a future episode on what we see transpire. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Please share the podcast with your friends. Put it on Facebook, whatever. Let's get it out there. And thanks for joining me in my car while I'm doing a podcast before work. Later, guys.